look in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now, because this is not the show for you. Now, what I'm going to talk to you about right now, a woman's going to express to you her disappointment in the black church, and I can understand where she's coming from. It's one of these pastors, I think his name Jamal Bryan or whatever it is, she'll tell you. Another pastor who panders to the women, because the women are the ones who normally contribute the most money to these fake churches. Not every man who says he's from God is from God. They wasn't sent, they just went. And I believe this might be one of them. So I'm going to let you hear what she has to say about how the pastor will put down the black men on Father's Day that just passed, while elevating and exalting single motherhood, as if black men are not responsible for their children. Let's go ahead and dig into this. Hold on one second.
Hello, this is Lady O. I just wanted to talk about something that was not said in church yesterday on Father's Day. So, I attend New Birth with Pastor Jamal Bryan, and overall, I like his teachings, you know. Even last year or 2 years ago, when he said what he said about Kevin Samuels, I walked out of church, held him accountable, didn't like it. He apologized. Fine.
He was talking negatively about a dead man. He talked bad about Kevin Samuels after he passed. Does that sound like something that a man of God would do? I'm just saying. So it's just another brother tearing down another brother. Because you know how some women felt about Kevin Samuels, how they didn't like Kevin Samuels, how they tried to say he was misogynistic and all this stuff. And because the greater portion of his congregation are women, he had to side with them and put down another black man just to keep that money coming in. But let's keep going.
Okay. Didn't even go back for a few months, but ended up going back. Yesterday, he said something that was partially true. He didn't say the most important thing. And this is where I have to call cap with these pastors that's constantly pandering to women. Now, he put out some truths that we say all the time on social media and in real life. Most kids, I said most kids who have behavioral problems, who self-delete themselves, who drop out of high school, who become teenage parents themselves, I fall in that boat, who divorce, and so many other issues, go to jail, come from single mother homes. Overwhelming.
Period. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you some facts, data, and statistics to back up what she just said momentarily.
Jail, come from single mother homes. Overwhelmingly, that cannot be disputed. I know some of you all to get down here and say, well, that's not true. Okay, it is true. You fell into the latter part. So please don't argue that point. We can't invalidate that, okay? This is where he went wrong with me. I was hoping that he was going to say, according to the CDC, Black fathers were the most involved fathers. And I didn't hear that. So all he did was make it seem like Black men are not taking care of their kids. Black men are not involved with their kids. Black men aren't doing anything. And Black women are just shrinking violence in this whole process.
See, here's the thing. What I try to do is talk about shameful behavior of the women that we have in our Black community. It is not a badge of honor to say that you are raising your children or child by yourself without a husband. Okay? This whole thing about being an independent woman, I'm a boss chick. You cannot be a boss chick when you're on welfare. You cannot be a boss chick when you are receiving government assistance. You cannot be a boss chick if you expect every man you date to pay for extravagant meals at restaurants that you do not frequent yourself. You're not a boss chick, okay? If you cannot keep steady employment, okay? That is not a flex. And we have suckers like this Pastor Jamal Bryant, and he falls in the same category of suckers such as TD Jakes. Fake ass preachers who don't care about the community. They care about photo ops. They care about getting close to celebrities. They care about swindling women out of their money, manipulating women out of their money, because the men are not in that church. And the question is why the men are not going. Why would a man go to a church where everything is against him, where the preacher himself is a beta male simp, where the preacher himself is out there pandering to women and tearing down the men, where the preacher himself is tearing down the men, making them look bad and feel bad, while simultaneously sleeping with the sisters in the church, getting them pregnant and things like that. Why would a man go there? Because a man knows when he's dealing with a fake ass bullshitter. You get me? I know some of you gonna get mad about what I just said. Like I always say, my content will not change to get a subscriber, and it will not change to keep one. What you see is what you get. It's always gonna be real coming from me. And this is my humble opinion. It is terrible when we can't go to the church no more. Back in the 60s, people used to run to the church when it was civil rights movement or before that for hope, for inspiration, especially for a game plan against political policies that existed at that day and age in those times. You go to church now, all you're going to leave with is not a plan. You're going to leave with an empty wallet. You're going to be broke as hell. They have put ATMs in churches. I don't got the money today. Oh, we got a church. We got an ATM. And then they're going to charge you down $6, $7 just to take your money out the ATM. Make it make sense to them. Let's keep going.
When he didn't say that stat, I was almost kind of numb at that point because I was waiting on him to say that. But he didn't say anything to depict black men in a good light. That disappoints me. And I'm going to say this again. People that follow me know I have 4 sons, 3 of my sons are married. I'm going to keep reiterating that because black women keep making it seem like black men are all bad. And I can't not continue to sit around and just let them constantly say that, because at the end of the day, who your daughter's going to marry? And let's just go there. Most of the men who are out here unaliving women, DVing women, also come from single mother homes because they don't know how to control their emotions.
Exactly. These single mothers are creating the monsters, the destroyers of the community themselves. Because a mother cannot properly teach a young boy how to control his emotions the way that a man can, the way that his father can. Because these emotions that a boy has are masculine emotions. They're not feminine emotions. A woman can educate, direct, and guide her daughter into controlling and managing, directing her emotions. She can do that better than a man can. Why? Because she's a woman. They share the same gender. They share the same intuitions. They share the same proclivity of being hyper emotional. On the other token, on the other side of the coin, there are going to be feelings that a young boy has that a man, a full-grown man, a father, will relate to more than the mother could ever possibly can. You see, when you are the mother, and you're trying to raise the son into being a man, you are really on the outside looking in. All you can do is advise the best you can. It does not mean that your advice is the best advice. It just means that you advise the best you can. You can make great points, which could be valid, but you can never share the man experience unless you are a man. Just like nobody can understand the Black American experience unless they are actually Black American. You can tell us from any other ethnic group, this is what you should do, this is how you should handle this is how you should feel. But until you walk a mile in that person's shoes, you won't really fully understand. You're on the outside looking in, trying to give the best advice that you could possibly give. So these men that these women keep talking about, saying that Black men are deleting them, beating them, disrespecting them, getting them pregnant, giving them STDs, sleeping with their family members, cheating on them, not able to keep steady employment. They are coming, if you look at the numbers, from single mothers, because it is the single mothers who are raising these children, both little boys and girls alike. Now, how you like them apples? Let's keep going. Come on, baby.
But one thing the church is going to do, they're going to pander to women, especially in the Black churches. They're going to pander big time to women. You're not going to get men to come to church in high numbers with that type of rhetoric.
Not at all.
Maybe he'll go back and clean that up and talk about the good things that fathers are doing, because that was misleading when he didn't put out that stat. So that's all I gotta say. I know some of the comments are gonna be crazy. That's fine. I know it's gonna be like, it was not me, I'm a good mom. I'm gonna tell you something that determines you being a good mother on who you had kids with, not how you feed them, not what type of clothes they wear. Who's their daddy?
Right. She made a very good point. I'm gonna tell you why. What makes you a good mother is your ability to have wisdom and discernment and a type of intuition so that you can properly vet a man for marriage. You know, back in the day, and I think it's still good to do right now, you women had to bring your prospects, the men that you wanted to be with, to your father, and your father would evaluate the men that you had an interest in. Why? Because men would see through the glasses and through the lens of logic, because a man understands a man better than a woman do. That's true. We'll be able to see if he's the right type of person for you, because you're going to be blinded by infatuation, lust, and love, emotional attachment. And we know when women are emotionally attached, infatuated, lustful, or in love, she cannot make the right decisions in men. We see it every day. They don't make no good decisions. So that's why you got to bring the patriarchy back. The matriarchy, you see what it's done for you. It ain't did shit for y'all. Y'all the least married with the highest divorce rate. You got the most obesity cases. You got the most STD cases. All this underneath the matriarchy. Okay, now let me give you some facts, data, and statistics about what this lady was talking about. 1 second. 1 second as I put on your screen. Right here. Put on your screen. We can read it together. All right, this is what it said. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, it says 33% of children in the United States live without their biological father. Some research suggests that fatherlessness can contribute to a number of issues in children, including mental health. Fatherlessness is associated with higher levels of depression in early adulthood, especially for females. It also affects substance abuse. Children without fathers are 10 times more likely to abuse substances, and 71% of children who abuse substances come from fatherless homes. Let's keep going. Now, when it comes to behavioral disorders, 85% of children with behavioral disorders come from fatherless homes. School. Children without fathers are more likely to drop out of school and engage in school violence. Crime. Father absence is a strong predictor of violence in both males and females, and children without fathers are more likely to become involved in crime and enter the juvenile justice system. Relationships. Fatherlessness. Fatherless daughters may struggle with trust issues and have difficulty forming and maintaining healthy relationships. You can't beat the numbers. That's the numbers. That's the facts. That's the truth. So when you run around bragging, I don't need my man, I don't need my daddy, F my baby daddy and all that shit like that, all you really saying is fuck my kids. That's what you're saying. F my baby daddy. Fuck you, Junior. Fuck my baby daddy. Fuck you, little girl. That's what you're saying. Because when you say fuck him, you're saying fuck them too. Did you hear me? When you say about your baby daddy, fuck him, you're also saying to your children, fuck y'all too. Because you are putting them in the worst type of situation. Some of these kids don't even get to win. That's why you see all these kids fighting all over school and shit, doing all kind of things, man, getting all type of trouble. That's why you have all these angry, extremely angry, almost borderline insane, masculine teenage girls fighting all in the place, shooting people and shit, cutting people up, all this other shit. I guarantee you, according to the numbers, about 70-80% of those young ladies don't have a father in the home. And you picked Pookie and Ray Ray. You decided to get the low down, no good for nothing, trifling man. So you can't put all this on men. You got to put this on yourself for making them bad choices. You did. That's what you did. No one told you to let Pookie, Ray Ray, or Nook Nook visit you at 9 or 10 o'clock at night, spread your legs so he can deposit Pookie juice inside of your womb. That was your choice. That was nobody else but yours. You're a mustard back helper. That night, you was a mustard back helper. The sheets was mustard. The room was mustard after y'all got finished and shit. All it smelled like elbows and the back of knees in that motherfucker because y'all was just getting it in. Being mustard. That whole idea, I think I can smell it. It's mustard. Anyway, let me know what you think about this subject matter topic. Y'all, I greatly appreciate it. I'll be talking to y'all pretty soon. Y'all have a good one now. Y'all be safe now, you hear?